was a physicist, and he designed it so that all of the light is refracted back through the bullseye. And it puts out about 1 million candle power of light out of the bullseye.
Wow.
And so on a clear day, like today, you can probably see between 20 and 26 miles out to sea.
Wow.
And the...
What a gorgeous job.
and a good navigator who really knew his way around here could tell by the angle of the light how far out to sea he was.
Wow.
You know, because the light would
That's
bend,
amazing.
and he'd just say, "Yeah, we're about 15 miles out," you know, etc.
Wow.
This is the exhaust from all that. You know, it had the exhaust all the way out, and as I say, this whole steel plate underneath here was gone. And we had some damage, as you can see. This was vandalism in the 1990s, early 1990s, regrettably. And one of the keepers was a little careless and didn't fully adequately secure this latch. This section is a door that opens up unless you get into the lamp. And as you can see, we lost this much of the outer rings. You can see the additional caulking that's bigger and whatever in here.
Right.
That's because we had to replace those prisms.
Oh,
It took us a very long time.
So it was just left here unattended, unlocked, and...
Don't know about the unlocked part, but unattended, yes. It's been electric and 24/7 for a long, long time. The Coast Guard, it was electrified back in, I think in
30-something, I think.
Oh yeah, 40-something, 30 something. And since then, we had keepers, but we didn't have anywhere near the need that we had before. You know, the life out here, as you well understand, was harsh. But the primary harshness was the wind, the isolation, and the lack of resources. Water was a serious problem to bring in, and so this was a challenge we had here. But if you lived on a farm in 1900. Otherwise than what I just mentioned, it was the same.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they had the plant, they had the cows, they had et cetera, et cetera. You know, if you were really isolated, you also had the homeschool, et cetera. All those things happened, but they didn't have 50 to 70 mile an hour winds and the isolation that's out here. There was no, just to get to Port Orford was actually just a rough out path. All that paving and everything else is about where the path was. But to get to Port Orford was, you know, either a horse ride or a walk, you know, or a mule ride or whatever.
Wow.
That was not a short ride. You didn't run to the store for an ice cream cone.
Right.
It just didn't happen. Any questions? Anything I can answer for you?
How many working lighthouses are there on the Oregon coast, like this one here? That actually that are actually lit.
There are, I think, I'm not sure the number, to be honest with you. I need to say here. Hopefully it does say. This is the most westerly one in Oregon, and the oldest, by the way.
That's one of the.
It doesn't say much about. It doesn't say much about the other lighthouses in here.
That's one of the questions me and.
Well, we wondered how many lighthouses up and down the Oregon coast. We've seen there was 9 major, I guess, lighthouses.
Right.
And out of that...
How many still working?
No, out of the since the 1800s, I mean, was that all that was ever built, or was there a bunch more that are gone by the wayside?
Nothing has been taken out of physical service, I mean, physicality, and they've not torn them down that I'm aware of.
So they didn't quite preserving most of them.
Most of them are in some state because of the Friends of the Lighthouse bunches all over up and down the coast. They've been able to restore a lot of things and do a lot of work on them. They were in pretty much disrepair in terms of what you would think of as a visit site. You know, in the late 20th century, you know, that 70s, 80s, but the last Coast Guardman who was here, was stationed here, pulled out of here in 1967 or 69 because of water problems. You know, he just got tired of fighting. You know, he had to haul in his water and manage, and he just got tired of that. So he just, you know, so they just gave it up. Now that, I mean, Coast Guard's got its signal station here, and they've had here. That's been here all along. Okay. And when they talk about the Japanese surface on the west coast of the United States, here.
Wow.
This was where they surfaced that sub. This is where they launched that plane from. This is where they got the firebomb from. Right here.
Wow.
Right here.
I'll be.
So, this was the place.
So much history here.
Come on,